Hello, Barracudas. I hope these replay reviews help. So, let's dive in. So, I forgot. That's what I need to do. This make it easy. Um, Stop. Okay. So, that's fine, right? I would say pushing up here is risky. It's okay because I don't do anything here. Um, I'd say this is probably just like a communication thing. Should probably play a little bit more patient. Wait, challenge. Okay, so right here, okay, I'll point out that. Okay, Irosa sees that he can beat. Good challenge, right? Now, big thing is this man right here is third man, right? So the closest two people to the ball, the one actively challenging first, second, just because one's closest to the ball. They're one and two. So this guy right here, what he needs to be doing is he needs to rotate this way, and he would realistically probably leave this boost for his teammates, just in case if the ball gets cleared this way and they need to grab and go. Right? Um, so he would come like right about here, uh, and kind of like chill, creep, see what happens. Right? I'm pretty sure if we resume this. Okay, so Irosa gets the clear, right? Oh, right. It's not the best clear, but Dale keeps going this way. Acid realistically needs to, when he's like right about here, as soon as Irosa gets that touch, he needs to be playing right here for him. Then this way, if the ball spills out here, right? Or, you know, say this guy's closer, the ball spills out here, Acid is ready, he can make a challenge. But realistically, if Acid cuts in here, he gets to this ball, and he can either hit it around or like cut it to the side, right? But he just, like, I'm not trying to single anybody out. Anything I say, Obviously, I'm going to use your names because you're in the replay, but anything I say, it's interchangeable. Dill could be in this position, Irosa could be in this position, I could be in this position. It's all, all universal. So nobody think I'm singling anybody out. But AJ needs to cut in, right? Because he's second man. You gotta remember the people who are closest to the ball, that's how they take first and second man, right? So realistically, right here, as soon as Irosa makes that challenge on them, we cut in. Dill keeps going this way, right? Because Irosa ends up gets cleared, right? Like right here. Okay. So, like I said, if Dill in this situation, in this case, he's going here, he's right here, he can just drive up the wall and clear, right? So the far guy, always third man. Just needs to rotate back, and you gotta think of it like you're like the last line of defense, so you gotta rotate back and just wait, until you have a play, because you either are going to control the ball and try to push it out, and make a play, or you're just gonna try to bang it up to relieve pressure, and solve for time. If you're the only one back, resorting to the bang the ball and relieve pressure is probably the best option if you're the only one back, because then it buys your other two teammates time to either one of them turn, or the other one rotates, or they just both get back and you take first man and somebody takes second with you, right? But in this case, probably controlling the ball off the wall here is the best, because you see one is rotating out of your net, one is facing this way, right? So he is posturing to get boost, because you can just see him driving away. Panda is on an island, right? He's the only one here who can make a play. So if you bang the ball, most likely he could get a touch to stall for his team. Okay. So like I said, if Dill was here, he just drives up the wall, you make a catch, and jump down. So like right about here, right? And make a play. And it buys the time to get back, it buys AJ time to, reposition and get in a better position. Right? That's just like no matter what the situation is. We should always see the first, second, and third man as that. The people that are closest to the ball, those are going to become first and second man, and they need to play more aggressive. And the third man just needs to complete the rotation, right? The only way that that Dill in this situation, the third man, should cut here is if, and we'll go back, if this situation happens, right, where, let's make it 100. Right. The only way Dill butts in on his rotation is if this ball spills completely this way. That's the only time Dill gets to cut in. Other than that, Dill has to keep rotating. Keep playing it from here. Now, this is fine. He's just trying to play the beat because Panda jumped. Perfectly fine. Now, in this situation, okay, not singling you out, Dill. I promise. I love you, buddy. Not trying to single you out. In this situation, you should be moving your camera, like have it locked in on the ball, but you should be moving your camera this way and this way, right? Just like really quick, like stutter motions like that. Okay. Just so that way, because if you think about it right now, I guarantee you your vision is like this, right? You're only focused on the ball. Okay. So you're getting ready to boost and just jump, right? To try to make a play. Here, should be going like this. Right? Moving your camera. Because if you have this field of view, one, it's going to force you to slow down because your brain has to, input, what you're seeing, all the visuals, right? And input the information, which is good. Because here, you notice this guy just challenged the ball, right? Like he just pushed it, challenging AJ. You just have to assume that after he made that challenge, like he all in, he's probably like either under 30 boost or has no boost, right? So this guy can't really do jack squat, right? He's out of the play. Your main threat is this guy. So you move your camera and you see him. He is already off the ground, jumped, right? And if you move your camera, you see that. You let him make that play, and then you know, make a decision after that. So realistically, no boosting, just stop. Like just stop right here. That's it. Just chill. Go right there. Because you have Rosa behind you, grabbing boost, right? So you can chill right here, and he's gonna have back post covered. So you're fine. Okay. You just need to watch what happens and let this ball come to you. Let them do the work for you, right? That's a big thing that'll speed up your gameplay. Is if you let your enemies do the work for you, makes your life easier, saves you boost, saves you time, saves you tempo, all that, right? So look, you jumped, saw him jumping. You guys both missed, but imagine if you were right here, right? You were right there, chilling. You would have had the freest ball of your life, right? Like the ball just came into your lap. You would have had full control. You could have boomed it, try to send it up to AJ, whatever, right? But because you just insta went, now Irosa kind of has to like make a decision of, crap, both of my teammates are up. I have to boom this, which is the right decision. Because he doesn't fully know if Panda has boost. Machi, if he takes it too slow, can just bump him and then it's free net. You know, he kind of has to boom it. But if we just move our camera a little bit and we kind of like take that time to recognize the situation and see what they are doing and then basing our decision off that, it just opens up so much more. And this is rival. People are going to miss. It's okay to bank on a miss, right? I don't always bank on them touching it because every time I bank on them touching it, it messes me up, right? So it's okay to play for a miss, especially if you have your teammate behind you. Play for that miss because if you play for that miss and they miss, really good. If you play for that miss and they hit it, you have a teammate behind you. No harm, no foul, right? There was a point I wanted to bring up. Is it this one? Or was it? Okay. Yep, perfect. This is what I wanted to bring up. Okay. So this spacing, perfect, right? Like this is what we want. We want a triangle. We have one guy waiting all around all this space for the clear, right? We have this guy and all this space. The ball comes this way. And we have, I think, yeah, I think Acid is on his way back. I don't think he's going for this ball, right? So we have this space. He's gonna, most likely rotate this way, so that way he's not in your way. Another thing that I like to do, and this is for AJ if he wants to, what's it called? If he wants to start implementing it, but sometimes if the ball's high up in the sky like this, I will cut straight across, right? Just for the sheer fact that, say, in the case that they just hit the ball this way while you're rotating this way, it kind of makes it awkward, and you like maybe can get like a backflip touch or like catch it, whatever, but just makes it awkward. So I don't know if you want to implement it, but like you see Irosa here, what you would do is you would cut straight across, and maybe you get a bump out of it. If you get a bump, a really, really good value, right? But you pretty much just cut straight across and then rotate like this, and you kind of let Dill take your spot. Irosa kind of takes his spot, and then you just naturally fall into this space, right? So then it keeps that triangle. So you can implement that. If not, no worries. I don't want to like tell anybody like this is what they have to do. It's just something that you can like be like, oh, I can cut across here, rotate out. Because like if you see, right, as you're rotating back, kind of makes that triangle disappear, right? Then what happens is, right, so the rotate back on the sidewall, you guys are really... Wait, I want to make this 25% speed. Okay. So you guys are no longer in a triangle, right? And what ends up happening is you guys are all collapsed right here, right? And because of this, all of this, right, is open. So you guys have no control over the field. Like if they bang this, you guys are all like scurrying back, right? I don't know if this was like a communication error or like you guys were like just desperate for something. It happens, right? But doing that rotation, like I said earlier, when AJ was here, Bill was here, Irosa was here, right? If we do the cut straight across, go this way, bang, bang, right? And if we would have done that, you guys would have kept this, right? And you would have kept the pressure. You wouldn't have had the ball over here, right? And you guys wouldn't end up in this corner. So if we can just try to like work on being conscious and making sure that we are actually looking at not only the opposing team, but also trying to look where your teammates are or calming where you are exactly. And like saying like going second, going third, rotating out behind you, things like that, right? Just kind of keeps the rotation really simple, really clean, really efficient, because since you guys are all in this corner, like I said, all of this, right, is open, but we keep this only this part of the field is open, right? So if you think about it, you're only giving them this much room to work with. This is all their free space instead of where you guys are right now, and the whole field is their free space. So just something to be conscious about. Again, not trying to like brag on anybody or anything like that. And like even though this was the first game and you won it, I already kind of like I already went through, watched the whole replay. I kind of already have an idea of what the biggest issue is. But it's an easy fix, which is good. I get the goal there. That's fine. It's fine. He was just playing the beat. Dilla's back. Okay. So, Iro, after you hit that ball, right? I don't know how your ball cam is or what your camera settings are, but if you can see AJ in front of you, one thing I like to do is if you bang that ball, like you're here, point of contact, bang, from there, go instantly like this, right? Instead of flipping. That's another thing. I'll try to like help you guys. Try to flip as least as possible. Try to be driving on the boost pads instead of flipping around the field. Only flip if it's desperately needed. Like if you're low boost and you need to try to get supersonic, then yeah, flip. But if you have full boost, just feather, pick up pads, and try not to flip, because if you don't flip, you're not committing yourself to a direction. You're leaving yourself open for like if you don't flip, you hit the ball, you go this way, and you're not flipping, right? You're picking up these pads. Like you're feathering boost, pick up pad. Probably like same fine. Hit ball, bang, bang, feather, right? And it either gives AJ a chance to get this corner boost and maybe hit the ball. Or if he realizes he can't, he can rotate out exactly this way. And then you, my good sir, Tyro, if he does that, keep this line. If he does this, you can go bang, bang, challenge, or say the ball like suppose out here, you grab this boost pad, bang, bang, your ball, and then Asuka can cut in, right? While Dill is just playing safe. Because there's no reason to come up if you're not needed, right? Like that's a big thing. There's no reason to come up if you're not needed, right? Like Dill can literally just like coast like all around here, right? Like he can literally just set the controller down and watch, right? Like you guys are both up there in their corner. Dill doesn't need to do anything. He's just here if the ball gets cleared, right? And that could be any of us. Like there are moments, there are downtime moments like that. Um, yeah, just something to keep in mind, Iro. If you get that clear and you see AJ in front of you, just rotate out. Don't flip. Just rotate out. Grab boost pads. Stay near the play. If AJ needs to rotate out, you can grab boost pads and get right back in. Keep your boost up. If he goes for the corner and challenges, then you could insta cut, right? Grabbing those boost pads. So just something to keep, in your mind, because these situations, like this game, after watching it all, there's going to be a lot of situations, like very common ones that these are going to come up again, which is why I'm actually making the video for this game, specifically. I'll probably make another video for one of the other games, because most of the games had the same issues that I realized. So, okay, this is another example I wanted to talk about. Right. So, really good spacing. Right. You have the triangle. Okay, perfect. The only thing I would like to see a little bit different, um, is maybe Dill is up a little bit more, like maybe like in this area. And then AJ is more like around here. Only difference. Just like a little bit quicker about that. And then I'm going to keep the triangle here, and then you can see, right? So, like I said, the triangle should be like shifted, right? It should be like tilted a little bit, to the left or angled, whatever you want to say. Rotated. That's where it should be rotated a little bit to the left, right? Like that's how it should be. Right? And then we find ourselves in this position where now we don't really have a good triangle. This is a bad triangle. Right? We want a normal triangle, right? We want to try to have like a 90-degree triangle as often as possible. Do this. We want to have a 90-degree triangle as often as possible. We never want to have a acute triangle. Like so. Right. Now, yes, you could argue, oh, it's a 90, but it's more of a smaller angle, right? Like, we don't want this. Right? You don't want to see that. That's a bad triangle. We want to try to avoid this as often as possible. There are going to be situations where you can't avoid it. It's going to happen. The only thing that we can do differently is if Iro does what I mentioned earlier, right? And this is kind of on Iro a little bit for this. No boost. If we aren't going to be able to instantly flip this ball, like flip into the ball and just get it to roll down to Dill for a back pass, right? To relieve, like, get it away from them. We just need to realize that, like, it's dead. Like, you can't do anything, right? And if you're in a situation where you realize you can't do anything, just half flip and rotate out, right? Like, we want to keep this triangle, right? We want to keep it rotating in the sense of, look, we have this nice triangle. I didn't draw it nice, but you get the point. We have this nice triangle. We want to keep the triangle. Bang, bang. Right? Like we want to keep this big triangle going. Like Iro goes, whoop, whoop, Dill, right? Which it should realistically like Iro should go bang, AJ, Dill. See? Like that's how it should be rotating. Like it should pretty much like flip upside down. And just realize like this is dead. Iro. There's just no play. To be made. Why is it not in 100? Yeah, because now look, we're in like a really messy situation. AJ's awkward and he's third man, and your third man should never be awkward like this. Just very sloppy. That's a good play. Like, biggest thing is like I've noticed in most of the replays is we have good triangles, but then we force it to be a bad triangle because of just it just looks like a lack of awareness. Like I'm just like I'm always gonna be honest with you guys. To me, it just looks like a lack of awareness. Obviously, I wasn't in comms. I don't know how comms went, but like, I'm just gonna say it. Like it just looks like a lack of awareness, and that's why the triangle is getting messed up. And like another thing, right? So whoever the I'm going to do this actually. Um, whoever third man is needs all out like a was in soccer. I'm not yelling at you guys. I was just doing caps so that way it's easy to see. Right. And what I mean by this is right, so say you have somebody who is like back here, right? Like this is somebody. When you are noticing like somebody's challenging or you guys are too close together, right? Like say this third man is like, uh, what would I say here? Be like, uh, be like Iro, rotate out, right? Like realistically, I would be telling Iro to rotate because with how close he is to the ball, um, uh, he like shouldn't be like trying to challenge us. He should just let it go over his head, right? Like the third man's here, he should be telling Iro to like rotate out, like don't challenge, right? Um, and AJ should be creeping up here. We're like AJ, you're first. Iro like AJ, you're first. Iro leave, right? Or Iro go third, whatever you want to say. Just something quick. And try to keep the comms like simple and clean. Right? Be like Iro rotate out. AJ, you're first. And then be like I'm second. Right? Whatever. Because whoever is third, right, can help with awareness a lot because they see everything in front of them. So like when you're third man, how I was saying earlier, how like Dill was back here and he had so much free time, right? Even though Dill has all that downtime and he's not making an impact on the ball, he can make an impact off the ball. So he can be like, hey guys, like too close, or like you know, you can just clean up their rotations, or you can tell them if they're beat or if they're up. Like, you know, you can make their life easier if you're off the ball. Um, which is something I would like to see from like that third man. Like, if you are third, try to be aware on the field until you have to make a play. Right, like try to help your teammates with awareness, because it's not everybody is always going to be able to consciously remember to move their camera or be like, oh yeah, I'm B, I can't go. Third man can help, right? Because like I said, if you know I'm first and you're third man, and you make a call that's going to put me in a better position and make me not um, overextend or make a dumb play, and make that call, and I'm going to trust you because I know you can see more than I can. Um, so I like to see that a lot more. I think that's just something that helps a team overall, helps them a lot. So there's a nice little food for thought. So I'm gonna be real with you guys. You guys won this game, but from what I'm seeing, I would have realistically been like, yeah, you guys should have lost this game. Just because of like how sloppy the rotations are and the collapsing on the ball. Um, if the other team was better at capitalizing on your guys' mistakes, um, uh, then they would have 100% won this game because there was a lot. Um, but like I said, something that's an easy fix. Um, okay. Um, so a little food for thought here, right? As we wrap up this. Um, if you are in a game with me and you see me uh, being really aggressive and I'm able to make a lot of plays, it's only because rotations are good and fast. Because I can't make a lot of plays and be aggressive if, as a team, the rotations aren't clean, right? And if you're playing a game with me and I'm playing really safe, it's because I'm trying to make up for the lack of good rotations. So I'm putting myself in more safer positions. I'm playing a lot slower. Um, and like you'll see me end up playing like a lot more like scared because the rotations aren't clean, right? Like a big thing is if you think about it like that, and the way that I'm explaining it, if like I don't know if you know about cars, but like say your car, you know, like your oil is bad, the car is not going to run as smooth as it can as if the oil is fresh, right? So if we're having bad rotations, bad car oil, us as a team is not going to be able to function as well. But if we're having good rotations, fresh oil, um, we can fire on all cylinders, and all of us can play to our highest potential and make the most amount of plays if we can keep those rotations clean, right? Because I think that's the biggest thing. I think comms and rotations is the biggest thing because mechanically we're fine, right? Like we're good. It's just comms and rotations. That is it. I think that's the only problem after watching all the games. And maybe I don't know if I was there, but maybe like the mentals ended up getting bad a couple games in. I'm not 100% sure, right? But if we can just clean that up and make sure that we're being more aware, I would definitely like to see like make sure that you're looking at your teammates where they're at, keep a mental note of who's where on the field, and like try to communicate when you're third man to your teammates to kind of help them have info and stuff. But besides that, good game. I think this will be a great season if we can just iron that out, get that set. I think we'll be good. So hope everybody found this productive. I hope it wasn't a waste of time or anything like that. So I hope that it was actually productive and helped. If you have any thoughts, just DM me, hop in a call, whatever. Right? Yeah. Have a great season, guys.